United drop points again, guys. We're here again. Hi guys, you're welcome to Click Sports. My name is Shalom Habu. You're welcome. I hope you guys are having a great week. So guys, without much ado, let us jump into today's video.
I need that magic.
Are watching Click Sports. Click to explore the games.
So right, in the first game of today's the Champions League week, of course, we know it was the Champions League. Obviously, all of us are very excited whenever the Champions League comes around. And as it was, this week delivered some very interesting games. I'm not going to talk about all the games, of course, but just the major games. So in the first game that was really interesting, Napoli versus Madrid. So Napoli lost 3-2 to Madrid at home, unfortunately for them, and unfortunately for my boy Osimhen, he lost. But well, goals from Ostigaard and Zielenski for Napoli and Vincius, Bellingham, and an own goal from goalkeeper Alex Meret were enough to create a great game. Give us 3-2. 3-2 is not easy. It's not how will I say, it's not easy, but not that it's not easy, but I mean, it's an exciting game, very exciting game. A game of 3-2 is an exciting game. So yeah, both teams had 18 shots with 7 on target, and so 7 on target for Napoli and 5 on target for Madrid. Napoli also had 51% possession versus 49% possession Madrid had, and Napoli had most of the passes with 915, with 515 passes to 506 to Madrid. So what does that show? That shows me that Napoli actually dominated this game and they actually played better, but let's just say that the quality of Madrid came through in the end. The quality that Madrid has is insurmountable. Unfortunately for Napoli, they lost, and you can say it's a bit unfair. You had more possession, you had more shots, you had more accurate passes, you had more shots on target, but yet you still lost. Well, that's just it. So it is what it is, and this is a sign for Napoli. You can see what having quality players does for a team. Madrid's quality came through in the end, even though you dominated. So this begs the question: why would you want to create an issue with players that are doing well for you? People like Osimhen. Why would you want to do things that will make him not want to play well and give you the motivation and just what you need to win? Okay, Napoli are going to lose Osimhen very soon, and whose fault is it? It's your fault. So let's hope that you guys can fix up and do better in the coming game. Right, in the next game, we saw Bayern beat Copenhagen by 2-1. Bayern had to rescue a win from a goal down. Most people thought that Bayern would lose, as they have not been as sure as they can be this season. But it was great to see them win this game all the same. Bayern were down by 1 goal in the 57th minute before goals from Bayern star boy Musiala and prospect Matthias Tel scored to win the game for Bayern. Well, good for Bayern. It's good to see that they're able to come back. No goal from Hurricane, but still no issue. Bayern need to really become more assured this season. They need to be more ruthless, the same way we know them as Bayern. They've been a bit shaky. This season, although they've been winning, but they've been a bit shaky. Thomas Tuchel, over to you. In the next game, the major game of the week for me was Manchester United. Manchester United, they have the largest fan base, so their game has to be the biggest game, because Manchester United fans will sit down and we understand, they will gather, but unfortunately for them, they gather to see their team lose, unfortunately. Yes, and one thing we know about United versus Galatasaray, this game has always, has there ever been a match between these two teams that wasn't a blockbuster? In this game, the Galatasaray fans were saying, we're going to kill the devil, because Manchester United fans, they call themselves Red Devil. So Galatasaray were like, we are going to kill the devil. And yes, they did. This has always been the narrative around Galatasaray versus Manchester United. Galatasaray fans see Manchester United as devils that should be killed. And United fans have always had a very tough game. Yes, they've won in the past, but it has always been tough for game against Galatasaray. And we saw it today again at Old Trafford. A struggling United too were not able to grab a win against Galatasaray, of all people. But all the same, we saw 2 goals from Rasmus Højlund, and also Wilfred Zaha, former United boy, United flop, came back to bite United in the ass, and Icardi too was also able to finish off the game to give Galatasaray a great win. So my opinion is United, man, it's not easy. This is what we call the process. This is part of the process. They say believe in the process, trust the process. This is the process. Just keep supporting the manager. Me personally, I believe that the manager is good and you get what you need to. But keep supporting the manager and also support the goalkeeper. There's so much pressure now on Onana. But it's not Onana's fault. Don't forget why Onana was brought in to do for this team. He was brought in to play a certain style of football to help this team. So if Onana does something, tries to play the ball at the back, and then the defenders cannot do that, and then leads to a goal, it's not Onana's fault. Okay, that is what the manager wants, and that is what works. That is what Man City are doing. That's what Arsenal are doing. That's what the best teams in the world are doing. What needs to happen is the other players in the team need to come to the same level as Onana. They need to raise their game to that level and be comfortable playing out the back. Look at that goal that they conceded when Onana started the play from the back. You can see, and everyone is on Onana's case. Onana this, Onana that. Everybody is Onana. But come on, guys, stop this. And some of you have an agenda, and I believe that it is an agenda. Leave the agenda aside. Focus on what is important. The team has to improve its style of play. They need to improve their ball possession. They need to improve playing out from the back, and so many other things. So, United, over to you. In what was a disappointing game for us Arsenal fans, unfortunately, Lens pulled off the mother of all upsets to humble the North London faithful. Arsenal went ahead in the 14th minute through Gabriel Jesus. Jesus, man. Jesus to the rescue. Jesus saves. But it was star boy Eliwahi who stole the show with a winning goal. This boy has been on the mouth of so many people since last season, and this season he's proving that yes, he might actually be the real deal and he might actually have something to his game. Yeah, and he provided the winning goal. You saw how he scored. Arsenal dominated the game with 67 possession, but it goes to show that you can have possession, but it doesn't necessarily translate to goals. Arsenal have struggled this season to really put teams to the sword. It's not as if they've not played well, but when it comes to finishing teams off with their possession and all the shots and all the things that they have, Arsenal have not been able to do it. It's always been narrow wins, maybe a narrow win and they concede a goal and people are saying that, oh, Arsenal could have lost that game. No, Arsenal really need to get themselves back to that level whereby they finish teams off and they are ruthless against teams. Yes, so yeah, let's just hope that, and you saw what Lens did. Lens made them regret that. And now Arsenal need to fix up because they have a big game in the weekend against Man City. Arsenal need to. Let's hope that the game goes the same way it went in the Community Shield and we also find a way to win. We really have to beat Man City. This is important for us to beat Man City. It is a sign. It shows us that we are making progress, or at least we must play well and really dominate that game. If not, if you are careless in this game and we are not ruthless enough, we will lose. That is it. So Arsenal, you need to fix up. You need to pick up and get back to winning ways and destroying teams that we know you guys can do. So yes, in the fifth important game of the weekend, we saw Newcastle slice PSG with 4 goals. I mean, they sliced them. I mean, in what came as a big surprise to those of us who thought PSG would dominate this group. In my opinion, the manager's decision, Luis Enrique, cost PSG the game. If you look at his lineup, he started with Gonzalo Ramos at the striker, Mbappe as a number 10, Dembele as a right winger, and Kolo Muani. Mbappe is not a 10. You play Mbappe through the midfield. The midfield is going to be open. You're going to be left with only 2 midfielders against Newcastle's 3, because Mbappe will always straight out wide. And you saw it. You saw come on, guys. Luis Enrique did not do well. He didn't set his team up well to play. If he had even played Kolo Muani, who is more of a second striker, like a number 10, like a striker number, like a false 9, he will have been able to mix with the midfield, come in to support the midfield more, so that the likes of Mbappe, Dembele, and Gonzalo Ramos will have been able to really make the impact that they needed to. But unfortunately, he picked the wrong team, and Eddie Howe's team really sliced them, really took them to the sword, put them to the sword, and yeah, unfortunately for them, well, they lost, and too bad for PSG. Well, as for Newcastle, for those of you who have been doubting Newcastle, well, this is a sign that this is proof that Newcastle are the real deal. They are here to stay, and you must believe in Newcastle. If not, you'll be disappointed, you'll be surprised. You saw what happened to Luis Enrique this week. He went to Newcastle thinking he can put all his attackers and then just finish Newcastle. But come on, Newcastle don't even have star boys like that. It was who were those that scored? Almiron, Longstaff. Okay, fine. Isak scored. Isak is a star boy. I understand that. But Almiron and Isak, these guys are people don't even rate them like that. But you can see what a good manager with a good system does for average players. So it's the same thing with Luis Enrique. Get the system right. Put these players in the right system so that they can play well and play to the best of their ability. I hope this makes sense to you. All right. So in the next game, We saw Man City beat RB Leipzig by 3-1 in what was a spectacle to watch. Exciting game. I was expecting both sides to really go at it. I mean, both sides really have some really good players. On the Leipzig side, you have Xavi Simons, who is probably going to be one of the best midfielders of this generation. You have Luis Openda, who is a wicked goal scorer, and you saw how he scored against City. He grabbed them a goal, even though they lost 3-1. But yeah, the Leipzig didn't do too badly, but I mean, Man City is just too much for you. As for Man City, what will I say? I mean, the 3 goal scorers, Julian Alvarez, Jeremy Doku, Phil Foden, this is their new generation that is coming up to the fore now, and they are taking charge. Haaland wasn't on the score sheet. LeBron has been injured, and these guys are the ones running the show right now. So this is good for Man City. It shows that their sustainability plan, their progression of the team, and their succession of players, you know, so I'm bringing in new players, and it's going well for them, and it shows that Man City are really going to be a problem. For those people that thought that maybe Man City will go back and they will fall off. Man City are not going to fall off. They have some really serious young players that are going to be a problem for the next 10 years. So yeah, it was good to see Man City win, and most people expect them to win the Champions League again because they think that they are the favourites. I mean, with Haaland has not even hit the form that he was in last season. He has not been scoring consistently the way he has been scoring, the way he scored last season. So let's see how this season goes for them. But for now, Man City are doing well, and they've had a great start to the season, only lost once. So good for them. Let's hope that things will continue like this. So guys, thank you very much for tuning into the Champions League video. We appreciate you guys. We thank you guys very much for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps our channel to grow, and also helps us. It also helps it helps our channel to grow, and also helps us to create better content for you. And also, please do click the notification button so that you are notified every time I make a post, every time we make a post. Thank you guys for tuning in. See you guys in the next video.